Hello everyone. So in this video we're going to be adding our texture and our name to our item. So let's get started, but first go to Item Manager and we're going to make a method I forgot to do in the last video. So we need a method to return our awesome item since it's private, and we'll just put it here. It's going to be a public static method which returns an awesome item, and we're going to call it getAwesomeItem. And then simply just say return awesome item. Boom, perfect, looks beautiful. Alright, next go over to your source main resources folder, right click, say new folder, call this assets, right click on the assets folder, say new, and then folder, and say example mod, or whatever you named your mod. Right click on that folder, and I know this is a lot, create another folder and say lang. Right click on this folder and we're going to make a file, and this is going to be en_us.lang, which basically says English in the United States, because the UK and the US don't agree on how to spell aluminum or color. So, yay. In this file, we're going to be saying we want anything referenced by this name to be called this name. That's essentially all it does. So if you remember in the last video when we ran our Minecraft game, our awesome item had the name item.example_mod_awesome_item.name, and we want it to instead just be called awesome item. So we're going to write the name that it was called, set it equal to awesome item, which is the name we want it to be called by, and save the file. So let's run this and just check to make sure that worked. Alright, we're going to open up our world. When it loads, hopefully, your item will now be called awesome item and not all that other gibberish. And oh, look at that. Awesome item. Perfect. And remember, you can name it whatever you want. This is a perfect time to reference it something other than what it's referenced in all of the other code. And you could call it like frog fart or something. Who knows? You can do whatever you want with it. Next, we're going to do the same thing, but in a little bit different of a way. So first, open up your web browser and go to whuppie.com/minecraft/JSON generator, and this will be in the description below. You'll get this nice looking page here, and just click on Downloads version 1.0. I already have it installed, so I'm not going to deal with this, but right there it'll start downloading a zip for you, and all you're going to do is open up that zip and extract it, and I will show you that portion. Alright, so once you've opened up your zip that was downloaded, you're going to want to go to your desktop and create a new folder. We're going to call this one just JSON, and then select all the files inside of this zip, extract to, and then navigate in here to your JSON folder that you created. Mine's under desktop, under JSON, and so we'll say OK, and boom, all of our files are now in this folder. Now what you're going to want to do is double click on this JSON generator. You should get two things that pop up. This little command prompt and this window. Now I'm going to warn you, this is going to crash on me because of some issue with my graphics card, so I won't be able to record it. I have to move it onto another monitor because I have two monitors hooked up to this. But I'll show you how to get there. So hit items, click on mod ID, type in example mod, or whatever your mod's called. Go to item name, and then type in awesome item, and make sure that you do capitalize that where it matters. You can see it here, how it's actually spelled. Right here it makes everything look like a capital, which is really unfortunate, but it's something you gotta live with, I guess. Now, if you hit generate item JSON, I'll show you what will happen. Alright, let me close this. So when you hit that, it'll generate this little output folder for you wherever you extracted your JSON program. So open up output and you'll get this assets folder, example mod, models, item, and then awesome item.json. You'll see something that looks like this. Perfect. Go back up to the assets folder and copy that. Go back into Eclipse and then paste it into your resources folder. Say yes to all, and boom, now all your JSON is there. Now you can learn how to do the JSON by hand, but it's really pointless to do it because it's just a lot of repetition. And the only thing that changes is the part that says awesome item to saying whatever else your items might be called, like obsidian pickaxe, I guess. But that will generate this little guy for us here, which will say where to look for the image for our texture. So then the next step is going to be to create a couple more folders. I know, it's exhausting, there's a lot of them. But go into Resources, hit New, Folder, and select Resources and Assets and Example Mod. And then a new folder, make sure you select Example Mod there. A new folder which is going to be called Textures. And then inside of this one, we're going to make one more new folder called Items, I-T-E-M-S. Perfect. Now this is where you're going to want to put your texture file, your PNG image. I'm going to have one linked in the description below, the one I'm using. I made it in GIMP. It's very simple. It's like a semi-translucent ball, I guess. And you'll be able to download it from the link below, right next to the Whuppy link for the JSON downloader. Alright, so then just paste that into there. You should have your little awesome item.png file. And we're almost done. Now we just got to go to examplemod.java, and this is where we're going to be using this method that we just made. So go into examplemod, and we're going to start off with an if statement saying if the event.getSide, meaning is it client or is it a server change, and we're going to set this equal to side.client, and remember Control-Shift-O will do all your imports. And then inside the body of this, we're going to do some fancy stuff, making a couple objects, and then make some really long code. So I'm going to adjust this over to here for now, and hopefully that'll be long enough. Otherwise, we're going to have to do some weird formatting stuff. Anyways, we're going to make render item of type render item, and this will be equal to Minecraft dot get the Minecraft instance dot get an object that we can render items with, which is dot get render item. Now we're going to go to render item dot get item model mesher. This is the thing that actually allows us to put the texture there, but we need to register it, so we're going to say dot register, and then in here we're going to say item manager dot get awesome item. Oops, manager, there we go. Next we're going to then put our definition, which is going to be 0, comma, new model resource location, and this, I know, is long, this dot mod ID plus colon, and let's make this a new line here, and then plus item manager dot get awesome item dot get name comma inventory, and that will register our item's texture. And you're going to have to do this little bit here for each item. So we will probably eventually move this into our item manager class at some point, but for now you'll see this here. Cool. Alright, now we're going to say play and see what our Minecraft looks like. Alright, hit play, selected world. Let it load slowly. And oh my jeez, we have a translucent ball called awesome item that we can kind of see through and hit things with. Cool. This is great. Oh my gosh. In the next video, we're going to make the trees explode with it, because why not? Alright, I'll see you guys then. If you have any comment, questions, or anything like that, leave them in the comment section below. If you like the video, press the like button. If you want to see future videos, press the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.